fellas! Welcome to my behind scenes to my Puppetplays. First of all, don't mind the video quality. It's not your YouTube, it's my phone. I can't increase the quality, so you have to live with 40 bits. Yay! But now I'm gonna explain you how I actually make those Puppetplays, because it's a lot of effort you don't actually see, and I need to share it for making this video. Yay! Let's get it started.
First there's boredom and some motivation.
And with motivation on my hand, I am able to draw sewing patterns for the dolls, because I made them myself. They have different designs. Each of them has a different size actually, because it's a detail nobody actually noticed. But it's there, I know it, and I'm happy about it. Sometimes it can look pretty difficult. I lost the others, can't show you them. Sadly, I'm sorry. But I do have little pieces of how it actually looks like. That's, for example, the head, a piece of the body, and a little tiny head. How adorable, right? And after that, we just take those pieces, put them onto cotton, and draw them on with a bit of chalk to get the paint off afterwards. And with that, we're gonna sew them. So. I don't know. Come on.
Here you actually see the sewing machine I always use for the dolls. And the special thing about this one is it's powered by your feet. You have this little pedal down here, and this thing moves, this thing moves, and this thing moves, where you can sew in the end. It goes all the way, it goes like zigzag. You see, crafting a doll takes me between 1 and 5 days usually. Depends how difficult the character design is. There are different stages while crafting them. For example, the unrecognizable stage, the funny stage, the weird stage, and the end stage. Also important are the eyebrows, because I made them movable, because I just put a piece of paper on top of a needle, and with that I can move them around to create the motions of the dolls, which works really good. I also create little props for my dolls, like the wheelchair for Scar, Jelly, or a little revolver for Jimmy, or just different clothes and outfits. For example, Gem never existed. It was just Scar in a pink dress and with dog's wings. So not only the finished doll is amazing for me, but also the way towards that. I just enjoyed so much.
I finished the leg, and you see, it's actually just 3 parts for every part of the body. And with the pearls inside of those parts, the leg is bendable. You can just go like... I enjoyed so much, and that's why people can actually have those poses. And this took me 20 minutes. One really important detail about our dear sheriff. If we take this ring and a little hook with a string on it and attach it, hold on, complicated. Aha, I got it. And now, with the little hook,
We have the pull string from Solidarity. I totally forgot that, but it's a really important detail. And with that, he's finished. I love it. The only way I create my dolls is with this cycle. Boredom, motivation, creation. Happened 42 times already. Is that weird? I'm not weird, right?
To collect the clips, I simply go on YouTube and search for them. I then take the selected clips and extract the audio from them to design Puppetplay without being affected by the original videos. When I collected the clips and cut it a somewhat video, I start sketching a storyboard to collect my thoughts and get a somewhat line of how I want to design the sketches. And it kind of looks like this, where I just draw squares, write down the text of the people who are in the clip, in this case Mumbo, and I just draw some ideas of mine and maybe a few more ideas, and that's basically it. And I don't follow the sketches for 100%. Sometimes I do something else when I have a better idea, but that's just like a go-to if I don't have another idea what I could do. Now I'm gonna sketch another just photograph to show you later on how I actually do that. Square and Jimmy goes like this. It. Goes like no. That's his hip. He goes like no. No, 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 no. Definitely not, because up there is Grian. He just stands still like those are his wings. And he goes like, did you miss me, mate? I just need something to identify the person. Wink. That's the sketch for later. We don't have a text because there's no clip for that. Well, actually it's a scene from Tumbletown of the crossover, but I don't want to fetch out the clip right now, and I don't want to do a whole new clip right now. I'm just too lazy. So we're gonna go with this. Let's go! The next step is now to create props for the recording. There are simple ones like little signs, the fish, or the bench are just pretty simple ones actually. But there are actually more difficult ones which take me hours or actually days. For example, tumbling news. I made a newspaper for the little detail to keep you updated, guys. Yes, I wrote articles for different ones about Tumbletown and just designed a piece of newspaper. It was fun to make. It was worth the work. Now you can properly read the articles, so if you're interested in reading them, feel free to stop the video. Here's the mind map from the clip Deputy Badge. And I enjoyed making the portraits. I just simply took the YouTuber with the character design and mixed them together. And I tried to represent the thoughts the sheriff would have while deciding and choosing a deputy for his deputy badge down there. And went like, maybe yes, no, absolutely not. It was fun to make. I still have it here because it looks good. The way it works, right? And here's the reason why the Puppetplay took me 4 instead of 3 months. I created a warden doll. Well, not a doll, it's more a statue because it's made out of clay. And He took me a month to create. It's tall, almost 40 centimeters. And he actually got LED. You can see it properly if it's dark. And it was a lot of fun to make. A lot of nerves and a lot of time went into him. And he's fancy. And in the back you can see he still has his hole. And I only use like a light. Bring the hard plastic to life, to blue, to soul. I don't know what that actually in his belly is. We hope it's a soul. Hopefully it's his soul. And sometimes I'm just way too lazy to create a new doll, so I just put a wooden pearl on top of a teddy bear nose and create a villager. It's getting late. I still need to find a location.
Nope. Nope. Aha.
I prepared the location with rails. I used I used toy rails and a piece of paper in the back to make an entrance. You know, Tumbletown has its rails, so I'm gonna use rails. Okay, we have our puppet, and to fix those poses, we simply need two things. Some apparent skewers or simple sticks and needles. That's it. And now I'm just gonna fix them into my poses. Gonna see it in a time lapse because it's gonna take a while. A pretty long while maybe. Anyways.
I did it. Grian, Jimmy, train track. And I just noticed how much more exhausting it is with a mask on it. Like, holy moly, that's something different. I never use all of the pictures I take, so I give you a fancy montage of pictures that are worth seeing. We issue a warning because of out of context. Don't think about it too much. Thanks.
I'll send the pictures via Discord to my laptop. And for Jimmy I have to draw his mimic, because this fella doesn't have a face. How do you draw a face? Yes. I do like it. And with that, here's a face and an expression which the other characters get with the needle eyebrows. But this fella has a wooden head and I can't stick any needles into his brain, so we have to draw it. With the gathered clips and taken videos, I start cutting and rendering the Puppetplay. Of course, not without showing it to my fellows 100 times. Sometimes I have great ideas which make my brain go whoa. So I added stuff like this. All those steps are repeated all over again till I can render it one final time. I make the thumbnail even though I forget it all the time. And watch it on one final time because I haven't seen it already.
It's been now 7 days. They're still standing.
Over Anakin! I have the high ground!
In the the end I get really excited and nervous because, oh my goodness, I created a video! Lastly, I filmed the behind the scenes and then I can upload the video. I finished the video. The behind the scenes is finished! I hope it was understandable how I made the Puppetplays. I hope you understood. I hope it was entertaining at some point. And yeah, that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. And have a good night, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. And we see each other in 6 months again. Bye-bye.
What the heck was I gonna say?